Welcome to this month's Send It Sessions. It's the May edition and we have got action from all the disciplines. Yes, we've got a bit of freestyle, we've got a bit of slalom, we've obviously got waves, but we've also got some speed. Where are we going to kick off? Well, it would be rude not to kick off in one of the places that has been absolutely firing this month, Pozo. It has been going off and we are going to catch up with a few of the hottest talents on the scene today. 16-year-old Alexia Keitha, who is tearing it up, and high flyer Marino Gill.
Lately here in Pozo we've been having some really nice conditions, like it's been 3-1, 3-4 weather and some pretty nice waves, like mast and a half waves. Finally we have these conditions, looks like the summer is arriving. I think that I'm pretty lucky that I have these conditions for training here. Like not everyone has these jumping conditions. Everyone has been asking me what do I do for jumping like that, and I just don't know. I just try to go fast, have a nice wave, and just try to go as high as possible. And always try to keep focus on the landing, because that's the part that it hurts. There was a really lot of spots working these days with that many waves, like Vargas, Ojos, like a few, like second bunker, third bunker, like a lot of places working, just different waves, different wind. We've been scoring.
Well, last month we had finally big waves, strong wind, and it was super fun. I was going every day on my 3.0 duotone and my 60 liters Fanatic grip, and it was just amazing. I had to study a lot and I couldn't go every day to Pozo, but I had a lot of fun. They fly straight into your life, the spotlight from that night. Well, I started practicing the back loop 2 years ago. But last year I started doing it really intensive. The last month I started landing one every session, and I've been super happy because the feeling of landing back loops is just amazing. Butterflies, they fly straight into your life. The spark shine from that night. Open eyes, they kept you hidden. Well, at the beginning I started looking a lot of videos in YouTube of how to do a back loop on Windsurfing.TV, for example, and another YouTube channels. And then I went to the water and started trying it. And my brother Carlos helped me a lot because he was going behind me and told me, yeah, you have to do this and you have to do this and that. And as well, Jorge Vera and Justina helped me a lot and gave me a lot of tips and everything. I just heard that Sarakita arrived to Pozo today, so let's go and have a back loop battle together. I hope to learn some skills from her because her back loops are just amazing. Yeah.
Like I said, those two are absolutely ripping. Sarakita, you better watch out. Okay, so going from Pozo, we're going to switch disciplines. We're going to go over to slalom and we're going to catch up with the new assistant brand manager of Starboard, Nico Preen.
What's up everyone, welcome to Send It Sessions. Reporting from Tarifa, Nico Preen. I've been traveling a lot, first being in Thailand, then going to Tenerife to do the photo shoot there with a couple of riders. And then just a good month ago I came here to Tarifa. And I was greeted with pretty amazing wave sailing conditions. I think it was pretty much the last swell of the winter, and I just had a blast. It was absolutely amazing, straight from the car onto the water. That was pretty good. We have a solid starboard team here, which is pretty cool. We got Matteo Iacchino, obviously, Sebastian Kördel, Gonzalo Costa-Hövel, Matthias Isaac, and me as well. So all of us around here training together. Some of the guys are into IQ foiling as well. The other day, I've been testing with Matteo some fins, and Matteo's on fire. He's fast. We've been doing some trainings as well. Maciek is here as well. He's super fast. So it's going to be very exciting when we go towards the first event of the year, of the last 2 years pretty much, which is in Israel. We don't know yet if it happens. Obviously you guys know, or you've guys seen what has been going on in Israel, but fingers crossed. And I gotta say, I also don't feel so bad. My speed is quite good, which surprised me. That's it for the update here in Tarifa. Life is pretty good. Check out the sunset we have right here. Yeah, so nice sunset, good life here, and thanks for tuning in.
Looks like Nico's been a busy boy, and he's also finding time, how he does it I don't know, to update his YouTube channel, so check that out if you haven't already. And I've got to give you a bit of an update. Since he recorded that, the Israel PWA competition for slalom is on, and I have just booked my ticket, so I'll be there to bring you the live action from the PWA. First slalom competition we've had in over a year. It's going to be pretty exciting. And talking of exciting, we are going to go from there. We're going to go all the way to Maui. I'm going to catch up with Victor Fernandez, and he's going to talk us through the session he's just scored.
I'm Victor Fernandez. I would like to tell you a bit of one of my favorite sessions this year at Okiba. Yeah, we had this day where we had like 3 sessions, especially the session in the evening was pretty cool. It was a little bit cloudy. The waves were coming more from the northeast. Normally Okiba, when it's really good, is northwest, but the northeast makes the spot super fun. You can get a lot of waves, and yeah, it was pretty windy. I was on 4.7 full on. It was a good session, especially because we were just 3 or 4 guys in the water that evening, and you can just get so many waves, and that makes it really special, especially in a spot like Okiba where it's always mega crowded, and yeah, I hope you like the footage, and now I am back in Spain, in Almerimar, and I will keep you updated when I get a good session from here. All the best.
Victor Fernandez scoring uncrowded Okiba. Does it get more uncrowded than that? Well, it does if your name's Kevin Pritchard, because that is where we're going next. He escaped Maui to go to Baja, and there was literally nobody there.
What's up, guys? Yeah, just got back from a sick, epic trip to Baja.
Now we gotta run from here. Feels like the end is near. Caught in the dust, everything's unclear. Is there a way out? Skin to skin in the dark, we're wandering.
Try out something new, you know, kind of you get a little bit stagnant with, you know, your stuff, and just always you know, so focused on ripping and shredding instead of, you know, just trying something new, trying different lines.
Hold on.
take down this new custom board that I made, 6'8", twin fin. It's got a foil on it as well, and just have a little bit of fun and try to, you know, find some different lines, things like that. So yeah, I think it was pretty good. Hope you guys like the different lines and having some fun.
Now that looks an interesting board. Twin fin with the foil. What do you make of that? Are we going to see more of that stuff going around? Be interesting to see. So good to hear from KP. If you want to see the full video, it is on his YouTube channel. We'll stick it on the Windsurfing.TV website as well. And we're going to go from KP all the way over to sunny Denmark, because although there's been no pedal competition so far this year, they have just had their first Open Championship of the year.
The first leg of the Danish Windsurf Championship Tour is finally over, and what a pleasure it's been. With almost 50 competitors from all over Europe, we managed to get results in both juniors and men's freestyle. As well as juniors, women, men's A and B series in the wave discipline. It's been super hectic, but also super fun being back competing, sailing against some of the top sailors in the world. We had both Mark Perry and Matthias Gengel up here. They unfortunately got what they wanted. They took the first place home, but it just made us super fired up for the next event this October. So come join us at the Danish Open.
So nice to see a little competition update from Denmark. Obviously Mark Paré taking the wave title there with that nice double. Looked tasty. But you know what else looks tasty? Tenerife. We have just had a send-it session from Julian Salmon. Check this out. He is going off.
It's just my wild side. It's a state of mind. It's just my wild side.
Yeah, I was basically waiting the whole winter season for a big storm, and it didn't really arrive. Yeah, usually now at the time that we are in now, like this kind of period is usually over, and we get some wind, but no stormy days like we had now.
But I'm feeling, and you'll know that it's true. It's like
I definitely had a fear of jumping, and I would say I still have. I think it's just like everything, you slowly step up your game. You don't go like, I don't know, from jumping 1 foot to like, I don't know, 9 foot. Like you do it step by step, and so I think that's what, like, how it went for me. Like just slowly being more comfortable.
oh, you know, the feeling goes.
This session didn't really feel like any other session, any other windier session. I mean, on the footage it maybe looks higher, but on the water it just felt so comfortable. It didn't really feel like way higher than I used to jump before, even though it was like a bit higher than I used to jump.
All the things that I do, it's like it's just my wild side.
It's funny because the stall forward was actually a move that I used to not like. I used to kind of hate that move, to one of my favorite moves to do in stronger winds, because it's actually one move that you can control pretty good, I feel like, in really strong wind, rather than, for example, a one-footed, one-handed. If you just have one hand and 1 foot on the gear, it's easier for, especially in really strong winds, for like that the gear gets twisted in like an unexpected way, and then it gets really scary, especially if you're hooked in.
Julian Salmon is coming of age. That is a ripper of all rippers. I can't wait to see him in competition, because he still says he's scared of jumping. Did you see how big he was going? Yeah, you look scared, mate. Well, talking of scared and talking to people who are not scared, we caught up next with Joseph Pons in Pozo, because as you saw last week in Send It Sunday, the guy has been going crazy, and I asked him, how does he get motivated to just keep pushing the level?
Hey, I just came from the beach and I want to show you this. Long time before, I think it was in Tenerife against Jules Tenel, I did a stall table forward. I did a stall tabletop double forward, scored as others move, and I know it. I can do it better, and I've been training on that move. But finally, yeah, last week I was filming with a friend, and I landed that perfect one. And yesterday I said, okay, now I can go for stall tabletop double forward, which is quite harder. It was quite scary, but I don't know, my body permits me to go to that limit and I do it. For sure I feel pain, for sure I have muscle ache after that, but yeah, I love to go to the limit and improve the windsurfing. Every single move, every single small thing you can improve it makes me happy. So I think every day you can learn something in the water. That's why I go that's why I push myself to that limits. I love to sail with any sailor that has something better than me. For example, Philly has amazing jumping, so I love to sail with him. Yesterday we've been pushing each other, so Philly, because he's one of the most inspiring sailors I can sail with. Then, for example, I saw Marino going for a huge forward. It motivates me to go higher than I've been. So anything, any small sailor, anyone motivates me to go to the limit. And improve it. And what's next? I have some ideas on my mind. I think what's possible to done. I think is this push to double forward. But I have some pain on my back and I don't want to push that hard. But I think Philip tried it before.
Push loop double forward. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them at all. They are so motivated right now over there, and Pons is pushing hard. And talking of pushing hard, we're going to go to the south of France and Heidi Ulrich in her bid to become the princess of speed.
Hey guys, I just came from the water. Oof, it was once again a really challenging speed session. Here in La Palme you can ride directly at the beach called Le Rouet, and on a good Tramontana day you can ride with 40 to 50 knots of wind several kilometers along the beach, and that's so cool. Well, unless there are no sandbanks, like this week's. Oof, it was a minefield. The acceleration and the slingshot had to be planned based on the sandbanks and not as usual when a strong gust is coming in. But at the end I went several times over 43 knots max speed, and for me that's pretty okay. On each session it's everywhere an experience, and I always learn a lot, and my motto is try first, even in wind over 60 knots or in incoming waves, before you say no, it will not work. So now I'm really looking forward to the first race here in La Palme, the Prince of Speed. It's the world record attempt over a nautical mile, where I want to improve my world record. So let's fingers crossed.
Now that's some crazy speed sessions there. Heidi Ulrich on the edge of control, heading down the beach. and then you've got to avoid those sandbags. It takes a bit of dedication for that, but the dedication has paid off because hot off the press, she has won the first GPS speed competition of the year. Next up, we're going back to Maui and we're going to Ricardo Campello. But this is Ricardo Campello with a difference. This is him trying out a Nash waveboard from the mid-90s that he bought off Facebook for $30. What did he think of it? Let's go find out.
I bought a really old board from the 90s on Facebook a few months ago, and it was an old Nash. Robbie says the board is around 94 or 96. I actually bought it for the wall of my house, so I decided to take it out for a spin, and it actually worked out pretty well. Super long, and the drives are very much wider than the regular boards, and obviously very heavy, planes very early. Was actually a single fin as well, so that makes a difference, and the lines were super long, and for jumping was also quite hard because the board is super heavy, but it was fun. At the beginning I was struggling, and I actually sailed 2 or 3 times with it, so I was just curious to see how it worked out before in the past. But I also want to try the latest the old sails as well, so I'm asking Robbie to see if he can lend me one of his old stuff and go out there and windsurf with those, the whole thing, the whole rig. Hope you like it, and yeah, cheers.
Yes, I am so looking forward to that. What we want is Ricardo Campello on the pink Robbie Nash sail, one of his old ones, and then we should maybe compare the old footage to Ricardo Campello. Now that would be a sick video, split screen it. Yeah? Who's in for that? So there we go. Thanks to everyone for tuning in to Send It Sessions. If you want to be a star in Send It Sessions, stay to the end and I'll explain how to do it. Yes, it's easy. If you've had a session, if you've got a cool location where the conditions are pumping and you want to show people around the world what your spot looks like, or the local crew, all you have to do is send the action footage, the scans of the beach, and a bit of voice to explain what's going on, who the people are, what the conditions are. You've seen the show, you know how it works. Just send that video footage to Alfie at Windsurfing.TV. The easy thing is, he will edit it all for you. You've just got to give us the raw footage as long as it all goes together, and you could be starring in next month's Send It Sessions. I hope you liked that one. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave us a comment below. We read them all. See you for the next one.